All right. I'm just trying this. This is going to be, what's the word? From my kitchen table feature. I'm trying out a new way of doing this. This is off my cell phone, and if this works, then I can take it with me anywhere I want to go. I won't need to use my laptop, and it'll give me a chance to be able to put up a 5 or a 10-minute video based on what's going on around us at any given time. And like I mentioned before, there's all kinds of places I'd like to show you. There's the waterfalls, there's the covered bridge in town, there's wherever I happen to be. It'd be fun to be able to show you some of the things that I find interesting, and maybe do a little commentary on what's going on. So I wanted to do that today, concerning the leadership of the PC party. There's been a lot of conversation on this on Facebook. Look, bottom line is Doug Ford is now the PC leader, and will likely be, unless fortunes are, all the tea leaves are all wrong, will be the next premier of the province. And that's a good thing. It was a hotly contested, short, and I won't say bitter, but hard-fought campaign. And two things I liked about the outcome. Number one was socially conservative issues got pushed to the front burner. Thank you, Tanya. I don't think there's a lot of people who really expected her to win, but boy, she sure made a difference. And by forcing the other candidates to deal with her issues, she put them right smack dab in the forefront, and was one of the reasons why Ford won and beat out Christine Elliott. And for a while, Christine Elliott pulled a Hillary Clinton. Now, she's gotten over that. She says she's going to be a loyal party member and get behind Doug Ford. That's great. In other words, what I'm saying is our little civil war is over. It's time to concentrate on what the real problem is, and that is taking on Kathleen Wynne. We have to find a way to beat her no matter what. Now we're going to have a 5-point platform to work on instead of 140, I think it was 149, or at least 140-page glossy magazine filled with all kinds of promises they were never going to keep in the first place. See, when it comes to this kind of stuff, there's a saying in sales, if you've ever spent time in sales, that I think most salesmen would do well to remember. And that is undersell and over-deliver. And too many people forget that. That people would rather have you keep their expectations lower, and then when you get there and you deliver, there's more to it than they expected, and it's a good thing. And too many times politicians think they got to promise everybody everything, instead of saying, look, we're just going to try to get the province back on track. We're going to try to get the jurisdiction we're dealing with back on track, and then we'll worry about what else we can do to make your life better. Usually it's by getting out of your way, and then to make all these fantastic promises that no one can afford. And there's little niche crowds that think it's a good idea, like the whole idea of this what do they call it, the income, where you don't have to work to go get it. The government, it's welfare. They're trying it about 4 cities. I forget the name for it. Not subsidized income. There's I forget the phrase, but you know what I mean. There's like 4,000 people across the province who are being guinea pigs for Kathleen Wynne. We all know that once she introduces a program like that, it's not long before the thing gets taken from the test stage all the way into the fully implemented, you can never get it back stage. So we have to make sure that she's defeated before she can do that, because that's pure communism. That's pure, absolutely unadulterated socialism, and it needs to never see the light of day. People need the dignity of work, for one thing. They need to know that you do not have a right to an income. You have a right to an opportunity to make an income. What you do with that opportunity is none of the state's affair. I'm sounding a little libertarian, but that's basically, it's what it boils down to. So anyway, I don't want to get off on track on that. But the bottom line is we need to now come together, get behind Doug Ford, set our petty differences aside, and remember who the real enemy is. That's where we need to focus. That's what we need to do. And that's what I want to see us accomplish between now and June 6th. because we cannot afford, and I know every election cycle people say the same thing, we can't afford 4 more years of this. This time it's true. We're $315 billion in the hole. There is no sign out of Kathleen Wynne or Sousa somebody, by the way, I got to tell you, somebody on Facebook today was posting nicknames for all the different members of the Liberal caucus, and now he's not a member of the federal of the provincial caucus under the Liberals, but I thought it was a hilarious nickname for John McCallum. They call him Spanky. Now, if you're my age, you remember the Little Rascals. It was a black and white series filmed out of the 30s, got repeated during the 60s and 70s when I was growing up, and I loved the Little Rascals. And they always had this one little blonde character called Spanky. Or was he? No, I think he had black hair. But he really fits. Like Spanky McCallum, that name just fits. And I sat here giggling over that for half an hour. So I forget who did it, but well done. It put a smile on my face, and I needed one this morning. So let's all set aside our petty differences about, well, this and that garbage. Enough. Let's stop the infighting. Let's focus on who the enemy is, and let's make sure that come June 7th, we haul down that Liberal rag over Queen's Park, and we put up a deep blue one. Thank you all for watching, and I'll check in with you again later.